We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. Out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right away, they'll change the look. Throwing to start here is Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing now is Geno. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
13 net.
Now back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
3rd down and 6. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
44. Ready.
Now Tua going to change the play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now 2nd and 3.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready. 20 TX. Long. Watch it, Oscar. Ready.
Back to throw here. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tua to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Again, it's Walker. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
Left side complete to Lockett. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. And now Smith going to change the play.
Hey, let's go Sunday, Sunday. 13X, 13X. 49, flip her off, 49.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
They snap it to Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go.
Toss left side for Walker. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Walker once more. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now it's Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Ready. Number 2.
Short throw to Smith. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
21G, 21G.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. How about corner Kobe Bryant coming in to make the sack? So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
All right. Turbo one.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 21 TA. Let's go.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Going deep for Walker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Tuesday. Ready.
The final shot here before break. Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
There we go, sit on. There we go, sit on.
On the counter, it's Walker. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
And going right back to Walker. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A shotgun snap for Smith. They lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Geno. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Geno now to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. From the 45 on 2nd down. Tua, that's swung out to Mostert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
32 stand.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Tua going to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
20 TX.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Flush to his right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
All right, fellas, listen up. Watch it, Oscar. 2-1, high.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That's good for 28 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Smith going to move him around.
Hold. Hey, it's a clip.
Throwing now is Geno. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland. Down the sideline he goes.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the score.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
20, TX. 21G, 21G. Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
32 stand.
Running right, here's Achane.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing again is Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the gun, here's Smith. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
That too is going to change things up.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, come up, 2. Come back. Hey, 21 TA.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ready. 53.
Out of the gun, Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
There we go, Sonora.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Allen going to throw. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What's that?
Now Allen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Lockett, the motion man right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
3rd and 3. Back to throw, Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway.
It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Allen. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to his left.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Allen now looks to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. To the air, Allen escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for it, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Throwing now is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Allen to throw it. And caught by Cooper for a Bills touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Smith here, an audible at the line. Now they'll audible to something else.
Here's Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Trying the left side with Walker. Down the left sideline.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
38 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now they'll throw with Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 35 yards.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go, here we go.
Metcalf motions left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Geno now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
There's the stiff arm. And he's taken down inside the 30.
70 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Geno. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Pharaoh Brown.
28 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Allen.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The final shot here before break. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Now Smith. Incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Throwing now is Gino. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Smith. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing again is Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. That is incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
13 next. 13 next. 13 next. 49. Flip it off. 49.
On fourth down, Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Allen going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
A third quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. Shakir hauls it in. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Allen to throw once more. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
Throwing is Smith. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith
has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Here we go, here we go.
Smith now to throw. His throw incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
There we go.
To throw is Smith.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Hey, let's go Sunday, Sunday.
They run again with Walker.
And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. They'll try the air now with Smith. And they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Geno now to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Geno's going to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Allen now on the sneak.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now Allen.
Back to the ground, Cook.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Throwing, Allen.
They run again on 1st down, Cook.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Allen.
Completes it right side to Cooper. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Allen.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. Allen.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Allen taking it himself. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Smith. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's 1st down.
One last throw here for Smith.
This ball intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. 180. 180. Hey, report. Report. Sit hot.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Sit on! Yo. Sit on!
Going to the ground again on first. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Offense up to the line fast.
No, we change it. Go. Ready, shot. Middle.
2nd and 10 now. Complete Derrick Henry. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Hey, middle. Touch. You. Touch.
Lamar off the play fake. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And Baltimore finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown. The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate.
Yep.
This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Smith start with a throw here. Finds Bobo. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Seahawks will have a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
There we go.
Smith on first down. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. First and 10 now. Here's Smith. That's low and bounces short of his man. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. So it's second down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10. Again, it's Smith. Pass complete to Walker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, Smith to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. And again, it's Smith. It's a Seattle touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Deontay Hardy to return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. A tight end in motion now. The drive begins with Henry. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up second and 5.
Yo. It's not. Hey, come on. Sit up.
Another run for Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Hey, shot. You. Get on. Report.
Jackson now on third. Flushed out of the pocket. Likely's got it right side. And this one does not go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Fourth down, here's Jackson. He finds him beyond the marker. That's a 26-yard gain on fourth down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They've got a man in motion. On first and 10, it's Henry. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next.
middle. Hey, hey. 180. Hey, Ozzy. You changed it.
Play action. Here's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play. All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You changed it.
He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6.
Hey, middle. 13.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're after that sack.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, we go slow.
Pressure comes. Smith. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. 2nd and 6 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens get the football back with great field position there at the 36. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Hey, report! Report! Go ahead.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing again is Lamar. Escapes the pocket. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Yo.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Working quickly here. This is Henry on second. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
No, we changed it. Go.
Play fake. Jackson. Headed out right. Has it in close. Touchdown, Baltimore. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He breaks the tackle. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Walker hauls it in. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
From the gun, Smith. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
53.
Back to the air. It's Smith. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route, and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Couldn't couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Completed to Lockett. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the inner harbor. The Seahawks driving. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Smith. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Smith on 3rd and long. Connects with fans. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
49.
Smith on 1st down. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 19. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. And again, it's Smith. Dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. That one's rejected at the line. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Hardy on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. One last play before the break.
Middle.
A final throw before the break. He puts some power on a deep one left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
Finds Smith and Jigba. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Tight end going in motion here. First and 10 now. Here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Begins his return at the 16. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Bronk, after getting a big chunk on that return. This is certainly going to get some thank yous from the offense as he takes the punt back 36 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Finding Flowers. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space. Your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
That's taken in by Henry. And this one doesn't go far.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar throwing again. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. And again, it's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense up to the line fast. This is Walker on 2nd. Up the sideline, past the 45. 16 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting the boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play, and it sets up Seattle with 1st down. This time it's a passing play. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
13 next.
1st and goal. Here's Charbonnet. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want-to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
There we go, throw it.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, hey. Line.
Blitz coming for Smith. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on. Report. Sit on.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Gets this to Bateman. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
First down, here's Lamar. Catch made by Mitchell. And they bring him down around the 34. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second and 3 now.
What is it? Hey, middle.
Jackson's gonna throw again. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So they'll decline this and take the results. Let's see what they went with on third down.
It's not.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
Jackson's gonna go on fourth. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Yeah. Hey.
He's got Andrews. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team. You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from them? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
On second down, here's Henry again. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. A solid run, 7 yards on the pickup, and that brings up third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Running for it. Here's Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey, trio left.
Throwing from his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And it sets up 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Come on, come. Strike. Come on, come.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. Cut by Lockett.
Hey, on the ball.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Cover. 13 next. 13 next.
1st down, Smith to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Marcus Williams has it. And the Ravens take over at the start of the red zone. He's tackled right at the 20. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Caught by Flowers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Slot man motioned over. They'll run here with Henry. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, report.
Jackson, quick pass wide. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So now, here's 3rd and goal. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
You are X. Hey. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built themselves up a little buffer here, Kate. But it's never over until it's over.
Big gain downfield. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
49, flip her off, 49.
From the gun, Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he's out of bounds past midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Man in motion here.
Hey, go flip her off, flip her off.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So that brings up second down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Back to the air. It's Smith. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Ravens bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the... He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
Jackson throwing for it. Chased out to his right. And he will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner. Netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, it's not a sack, but these edge players love chasing down runs for negative plays and tackles for loss.
Smith in the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Smith back to throw. Walker hauls it in. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started.
And off we go in our nation's capital. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Daniels looking to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They go play action. Daniels. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cowboy 80.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Cavity Lions. Cavity.
Slot man moves right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air goes
inside the 15, shy of the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Ready? Ready?
To throw is Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down.
Here we go. Strike.
Now Daniels.
And a quick throw here that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Seibert able to knock this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Michael Walker there to bring him down.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Gino. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. Now Smith. And he is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. On Wednesday.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 50, it's Smith. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. On the counter, it's Walker. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 32 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Come on, set.
Throwing now is Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Julian Love.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying the left side with Walker. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Walker with another carry.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Geno now to throw. Flush to his right.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Touchdown! Tyler Lockett taking it in.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage.
Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Now Myers for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Checks this one down to Robinson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies They have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Here we go.
Running left is Walker to about the 26 here.
But how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
No ball.
Now Geno. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Get it.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
On the move, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Okay, break.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
3rd down and 13.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, here we go, hey.
The final shot here before break. Smith.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, here we go, Sunday.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And Walker has it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Hey, alert!
Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
There we go,
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it's Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go. Hold on.
Here's Smith.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Left side complete to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go. Set.
They begin the drive with Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
65 cat. 65 cat. 19 tight. 19 tight. $60 Maverick. $60 Maverick. Ready?
Daniels looking to throw.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Big Lion. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Come on, set.
Here's Daniels.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Now inside the 25.
And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Straight ahead, Walker. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
53.
Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf from 19 yards away.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Let's go.
To throw is Daniels.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ready.
3rd and 8.
Ready.
To the air goes Daniels.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Derek Hall picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
There we go.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Ready.
Now Daniels. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Mustang 19. 19 Lion. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So the big play nullified. Illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready, ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. That is caught, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Got a man. It's Brown. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Julian Love picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Geno now to throw.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Slow ball. Check 59, check 59, cover. Check 58.
Throwing now, Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And now Smith going to change the play.
Now Geno.
And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Line. Hey, trio left.
Throwing again is Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Smith going to throw it. This is the tight end fan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right, and they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.